Hello, good morning, OCGOP. My name is Nathaniel Santos, and I'm here to talk to you about the DREAM Act. Before we talk about the DREAM Act, I want to kind of introduce you to my friend. So I have a friend who is a community college student. She goes to every single lecture, every single day, studies all the time, and is always looking forward to the next semester and eventually transferring. There's just one problem. She's undocumented. Now, because she's undocumented, she can't legally apply for financial aid or even live in this country to go to school. If we pass the DREAM Act, she would be able to live here and continue to go to school with the government aid. So what is the DREAM Act? The DREAM Act stands for the Development, Relief, and Education for Alien Minors. It's a bill proposed to Congress in 2009 to aid young students and children of illegal immigrants to eventually gain residency and citizenship. If the DREAM Act is passed, a lot of these students who are currently in high school and are illegal will be able to apply for citizenship and ultimately forge their way to make their own American dream, just as our ancestors once dreamt of doing. So in this speech, I will argue that the DREAM Act should be passed. First, I will argue that the current law denies any citizenship to illegal immigrants who are striving to make a better future for themselves. Second, I will argue that these illegal immigrants are here to support their country because this is their country now. And third, I will argue that the DREAM Act will not become a gateway for illegal immigration. So the current law states that if a child is brought to America by their parents illegally, they cannot legally apply for residency themselves, and that relies in the hands of their parents. So without the DREAM Act, a kid could not go and apply for citizenship and legalization himself, and they must rely on their parents to do so. With the DREAM Act, they are able to do that. Also, the current law states that an illegal immigrant cannot drive legally, obtain a license, or obtain a job. So this means that an illegal child my age would not be able to work, drive a car, live, and go to school. So there's so many negatives kind of against them. They can't work, they can't do any of that. So somebody on the outside might look at their situation and go, well, they can't really do anything, so what's the point? Well, these kids are determined to make a better life for themselves and contribute to our country. And that's where the DREAM Act comes in. If we legalize the DREAM Act, these kids will be able to live here legally and go to school and continue to make a better life for themselves and contribute to our society. Attorney General of our country, Eric Holder, and a son of an illegal immigrant himself, states that these kids only want to make a better life for themselves and contribute to their country, so why should we say no? So I'm going to let you think of that while I share you a story from the LA Times about a student named Karen Huerta. So Karen Huerta is a 21-year-old student at Saddleback College. She's majoring in psychology, and she happens to be undocumented, just like my friend in my first story. Karen also works to support her younger brother and her mother, who was injured in a motorcycle accident and requires a wheelchair. So she's got to take care of 3 people and go to school. She can't afford to pay for an expensive university. She got accepted into UCI but can't go because she can't afford it. And she works odd jobs throughout the week to support her family and her school. She works as a nanny some days and works as a maid at 21 years old. She says that with the DREAM Act, she would be able to live in this country legally and continue to work and make her way into a university as she dreams to do someday. So, this is fun. So ultimately, Karen states that although in high school and in elementary school, all the teachers told you to dream big and do big things with your life, she states that when you get to community college, it's taken away from you because you can't apply for financial aid and continue to live on your dream. So she is kind of out and proud and saying that she's an illegal immigrant and fighting for students like herself to get legalization. So I'm pretty sure the biggest question looming over all of your heads is, will the passing of this bill become a gateway for illegal immigration as a whole? The answer is no. This bill has rules and regulations to follow. So in order to become a participant of the DREAM Act, you must live in this country 5 years prior to the DREAM Act going into effect. You must also have plans to attend college or join the military. And you must also have good personal character. So it's not like an illegal immigrant can just come to this country and the next day apply for this DREAM Act. A lot of people, like yourselves, might also believe that this DREAM Act would entitle these students to use the money or their legal status to aid their other illegal immigrant cohorts. But the answer is no, that will not happen. These students are responsible students, and they took the first step in signing up for this DREAM Act in the first place to make their lives better. So why would they abuse it if they're already been given this opportunity? So think about that. So in the speech, I argued that the current law denies citizenship or any benefits to illegal immigrants. And I also argued that with the DREAM Act, these students that want to better their lives will continue to better their lives and contribute to American society. And third, I argued with you that this bill will not become a gateway for illegal immigration. So now that you have heard all of this and the stories of my own friend and Karen Huerta, you can decide for yourself whether or not the American dream should be for everybody. Thank you.